Starting our gratitude flow sixth practice week. And this sixth practice is really, really powerful. It is also a threshold in the gratitude flow. Hi, Deb. Good to see you. I see some people hopping online here on YouTube as well. So good to have you all here. So, when we talk about the gratitude flow, we're talking about a healthy ego. So, what happens is that the whole gratitude flow is designed to develop a healthy ego. So, the book, Your Cardinal Connections, let me show it to you. The book has one practice, the inner child practice, and that's chapter 6, and chapter 7, the gratitude flow, and the back cover is for the ego. So, what I'm saying here is that the sixth practice is literally when the ego surrenders to the higher self. It's really what the gratitude flow is all about. So, I did mention that week 4, the inner child practice within the gratitude flow, is a threshold because we switch vibrations. Up until week 4, we're dealing with a lot of density. We're dealing with the deep unconscious mind and the subconscious mind. When we move forward from the 4th week to the 5th, we're engaging the conscious mind. So, conscious choices, the maturity of the adult self. Hi, me. Hi, good to see you. Lovely. So, the maturity of the adult within us is week 5. When we engage the conscious mind, there's something beyond the conscious mind. And that's when we surrender to spirituality or not. So, our third eye is the place of the intellectual mind, and it can be connected to the crown chakra or not. When the third eye is connected to the crown chakra, the intellectual mind thinks with the mind of the divine. When it doesn't, there's this trapdoor that makes us intellectual in a materialistic mindset, and it may even create arrogance. And I say this because I come from an academic background. And one of the reasons why I changed my careers was that I needed to respect the academic environment, which did not welcome spirituality and the divine mind. So that's why I decided to take another professional road, right? And here we are with the Cardinal Method and all of the wonderful people in our community. So, what I'm saying here is that when we reach week 6 of the gratitude flow, I'm going to read the name of the chapter. This is important, okay? I didn't read the name before, but this is because week 6 is actually, as I said, the essence of the whole gratitude flow, because the conscious mind expands into the super conscious mind. So let me explain something before I read the name of the chapter. We have in the Cardinal Method the deep unconscious mind and the subconscious mind, which we address in the first 4 weeks of the practice. Then we have the conscious mind, which is what our culture usually highlights. Sigmund Freud, psychoanalysis, our Western culture in general is all about the conscious mind of the adult. In contemporary spirituality, there's this concept in our vocabulary, which I adore. I just love it. It's so infused in the Cardinal Method, which is the superconscious mind. Thinking with the mind of God. Stop thinking like a human. Start thinking with a divine mind. Stop thinking with the limitations of the human mind, right? So, when we talk about the gratitude flow, chapter 7 here in the book, Your Cardinal Connections, I actually want to thank everybody for your support with the book. This month was the month that we had the most amazing up in our sales for this book on Amazon. So if you don't have it yet, you can grab it on Amazon. It's really very accessible and it really helps support our message. So thank you everybody for this. So chapter 7, the name of the chapter is Strengthening a Positive Ego with the Gratitude Flow. So a positive ego, a healthy ego is the goal here. And the healthy ego is created, right, with your diligent dedication to allow your ego to be connected and to surrender to your higher self, as opposed to being hijacked or imprisoned by the wounded emotions of the inner child. So when the ego is controlling and competitive and creates separation, it's because the wounded inner child is in charge and emotionally, and the ego is just going with the flow of the wounded inner child. When we start developing our spirituality, and the gratitude flow is a huge step in this process, the ego starts aligning with the higher self, not with the inner child, with the wounded inner child anymore. And when the ego aligns with the higher self, together they educate the inner child. It's what we call soul education. So in this 6th week, we are going to engage the super conscious mind, the third eye chakra connecting to the crown chakra. Is this making sense? Hi, I see new people coming in. Hello, Suzette. Great to see you. Beautiful. Hi, Carrie. Great to see you. It was great to see a lot of you in Cardinal Method Constellations Facilitator Week. So I just want to thank you for your presences there. And we're going to have a lot of live sessions in this week with the people that are already signed up, have already signed up for Cardinal Method Constellations, Cardinal Method Constellations Facilitator course, which is open for enrollment only until Friday. So it's going to be a whole load of live sessions on Instagram. It's going to be so good. Hi, Carrie. Great to see you. So what is the 6th week? I'm going to first, before I read from the book, the practices are really fast and easy to learn. But before I dive in, remember, this is just a recap. And if it's your first time here with the gratitude flow, because maybe you just started watching this video and did not watch the prior ones, we have a playlist of the gratitude flow on YouTube, and we have the IGTV recordings there as well. So you can just watch the prior ones. This is the 6th of 7 videos, right? And live sessions about this. So you will need a crystal that you've been using since the first practice. Use the same crystal always. Do it on the same weekdays. We are doing this on Sunday collectively here live, but you can do it on a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever feels right for you. Just make sure that the next practice is always on the same weekday. It doesn't have to be the same time of the day. It just has to be the same day. The 24 hours really don't matter as long as it's the same day. A week. Do not skip a week, right? You are creating a fractal. We're creating a spiral of energy together. So you're going to use one crystal, and you're going to choose one day of the week, and each practice lasts 7 minutes. No more, no less. So set the timer on your phone for 7 minutes. And what are your hand positions? This book, the back cover of the book, Your Cardinal Connections, the back cover shows the hand positions, but I'll show you here as well. So what is a mudra? It's a hand position that creates a sacred geometry that aligns not only your physical body, but also your subtle bodies. Okay. So you're going to create a mudra with your hands, one hand on top of the other, uniting your thumbs like this. And why is the Cardinal Method so unique? Because it adds to ancient wisdom. So you get a crystal and place it on your hand, and one on top of the other. Unite your thumbs like this, creating a circle. Mandala is circle in Sanskrit. And then you rest your hands in Mandala Mudra with the crystal resting on one of your hands for 7 minutes. Some of the practices in the gratitude flow are silent and some are with your spoken word, right? Hi, Anna. Great to see you. Beautiful. So good to see you guys. So of the practices that we've already done together here in this collective gratitude flow, 2 of them are silent. This one in the 6th week, and the 3rd week, which is the chakra alignment, which you don't speak, but you do visualize the chakras. When the affirmations are important, I suggest you speak the affirmations. You engage your throat chakra. Because when your cells listen to your voice, it's easier to create a connection with your higher self. The Cardinal Method is very much about the health of the cells. So this cover is the inner child practice, but it's also a symbol of a perfectly healthy human cell in the crystals here. So the center is where the child is, and the healthy boundaries are the bracelet. So that's the inner child practice in chapter 6. But this is also a symbol of a perfectly healthy cell. So the cells of your body love to hear your voice. So in the gratitude flow, I suggest you speak the affirmations when there are affirmations. The thing is, practice number 6, the 6th week where we are together now, right? It is silent. So you will just contemplate silence. It's about, I'm going to read from the book now. Let me show you that I'm reading from the book. It looks more natural that way, right? So 6th week, connecting to the silent observer. It's about silence. Silence connects you to your higher self. So there is no affirmation. Be silent for 7 minutes as you hold the crystal in your hands in Mandala Mudra, which I just showed you what it is, right? If you need to focus on something, because when we're meditating, it's really common for random thoughts to keep flowing in and out. And it doesn't mean you're not meditating. I explained this in one of our Cardinal Method videos that's available on YouTube. It's about 7 steps to meditation. So you can watch that. It's really a tutorial that's really nice. And I love to explain how I meditate in that video because it makes it simple for you, especially for beginners. So when you're meditating and these random thoughts keep flowing through like clouds in your mind, it doesn't mean you're not meditating. It means you're cleansing your mind. It's actually a purification process. So, hello, Clarina. Good to see you. Hi, Karine. Good to see you. So, what I'm saying is because you're going to be for 7 minutes in silence, it's like without the affirmation to focus on, it very likely there will be random thoughts flowing through your mind. So, if you feel the need to focus on something, focus on your third eye. So, the third eye chakra is the center of consciousness on your forehead. So, I explained this here between your eyebrows. So, where your eyebrows end in the center, just do this like this with your fingers. Where they touch, that's where you can feel a third eye energy starting. So, it's just the center of your forehead to make it simple, right? So, focus on your third eye chakra between your eyebrows by visualizing a light there. Visualize a white light in your third eye chakra. So that means the crown chakra is connecting to the third eye, and you're developing and connecting to the higher mind of God, to a divine way of thinking, right? Feeling its energy on your forehead, visualizing a light there, or feeling its energy on your forehead. So the thing is, the ego is the greatest enemy of spirituality, not the inner child. The inner child actually likes spirituality. And when we have a overactive inner child and not a very strong ego, we may develop a kind of magic thought kind of spirituality, infantile spirituality, like a childish spirituality. And I do talk about this in this book as well in chapter 5. This book has really small chapters, but they go deep, and it's a good introduction for you. So chapter 5 is about grounded spirituality, your life's purpose, and the idea of grounded spirituality. So that means the ego is connected to the higher self. When we have a childish spirituality, it means that the inner child is all happy and wonderful, and the inner child loves spirituality. But if it's by itself with spirituality, it's not a mature way of seeing the spiritual world, right? So we need our adult ego to be healthy enough to develop a strong, healthy, rational mind, and then surrender to the higher mind of God. Surrender to spirituality, which is the exact purpose of week 6 in the gratitude flow. So as we do this, remember, use the same crystal always from the first practice to the last, which is going to be next week. We're going to meet on May 29th. Put your crystal on top of one of your hands, one on top of the other, mandala mudra like this. Unite your thumbs, create a circle. let it rest. Set the timer on your phone or whichever device you use to count time for 7 minutes and just breathe. If you want to place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, it is wonderful because there is no affirmation for the sixth practice. And when you place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, you're engaging the pineal gland, which is connected to the crown chakra. And it acts like an antenna to elevate your vibrations and create elevation and connection to the higher mind, to the center of the center of the universe, right? The central sun, the source of all life and all creation. So as you do this for 7 minutes, if you feel like your thoughts are all over the place, you can visualize a light on your forehead, bringing white light to your third eye chakra, which creates a healthy mind, a healthy mindset, healthy thoughts, and connects your third eye to your crown chakra. Because again, if there's a trap door that doesn't allow the third eye chakra to connect to the crown, there is no spirituality. There's just an excessive intellectual energy, and that may create, as I said, a materialistic mindset, even maybe some cynicism, arrogance. Whenever we think we're better than other people, whenever we have a superiority complex compared to other people, it could be because the energy is trapped here on the third eye and you're not connecting to your crown chakra, or it's even stuck in the solar plexus, which is the center of personal power in the body. So it's really easy for intellectual people who do not embrace spirituality to believe that they're superior to others. So yeah, people are different in the marketplace, in this temporary reality that we live in the material world. But everyone's got something beautiful to give to the world, and no one is better than anyone else. This comparison thing is a fallacy. It is an ego trip, literally. So when you connect to spirituality, you understand, you develop the super conscious mind, and you understand the huge infinite abundance, and that there is no need to compete or to feel better than other people, because that's an illusion of your third eye. So the sixth practice, as I said, is a threshold because it's not about coming up from the deep unconscious mind and the subconscious mind that's very dense with a lot of primitive and intense emotions, like the fourth practice. When you move forward to the conscious mind, it's lighter and you make choices with the conscious mind. That's practice number 5, which we did last week. But now in week 6, it's from the conscious mind to the superconscious mind, from the intellectual mind to the mind of God, to the divine mind of spirituality, connecting the third eye to the crown. And then we're going to end the gratitude flow next week on May 29th with the 7th practice. But I do look forward to finding out. Please let me know. Please let me know. Send me a DM or comment below the video, the live session here, or when I share how my practice with the gratitude flow went, because I'm doing this on Instagram. So if you're on YouTube, you can follow us on Instagram. And if you're on Instagram, there's a lot in our YouTube channel, and you can subscribe there too. So I'm going to be sharing how it was for me. I do the live session in Portuguese, then I do it in English, because everything in the Cardinal Method is mirrored. I'm from Brazil originally, so we have all the content in Portuguese and we have all the content in English for our international community, right? So I do these live sessions in Portuguese in our Brazilian profile, and I do these live sessions in English here in our international profile on Instagram. And YouTube is still the same channel. We're deciding whether we're going to keep it that way, or maybe we'll do one in English and one in Portuguese. We'll see. But anyway, please let me know how your week went, because the 7 minutes that you dedicate to the gratitude flow practice is going to ripple effect throughout the next 7 days. And I'm so happy that I'm doing this and reaching week 6 with you with the gratitude flow, because when I did the collective gratitude flow in the past, the first time in 2016, I failed on week 6. It was the week that I forgot. We were not doing it live. We were doing it Each person was doing it in a specific day. We were just keeping up with each other via email. And I remember doing it with this crystal right here, aquamarine, which in the Cardinal Method is the courage to be yourself. And I remember that I failed and I had to tell everybody and I had to start it all over again. So this is something someone asked that I want to mention. Someone asked, can I start the gratitude flow practice immediately after the 7th week? Can I just start it again with the same crystal, with another crystal? Yes, you can. Absolutely. I've never done it, but I know some people who have. They gave me feedback and it was really powerful and their lives shifted like a 180. It was crazy, it was good crazy. It was a good upgrade and then in just, an expansion in their lives. So you can do that. And I restarted. I remember I restarted. I forgot with this one. And then I started again with a rose quartz because crystals have very different properties. And depending on what's going on inside our inner worlds, they may create a little bit of a short circuit. So we can find the exact crystal for ourselves if we have the proper training, right? And the proper training in the beginning is just following your intuition. And nothing is random in the Cardinal Method. It was needed. I needed to go all the way to week 5 with aquamarine in the past. Then I forgot and I failed on week 6. It didn't matter. I went back and did it with rose quartz and then I finished. Also, there were 2 times that I forgot and I flunked the gratitude flow. I had to start over again because I forgot, which was in week 2 and I believe week 3 when I did it with lapis lazuli. And lapis lazuli is the master crystal of freeing your ego, right? Liberating your ego so that it's not in control. The very reason why we do week 6 and the theme of week 6, which is the inner observer, the silent observer, we activate the silent observer in week 6. The silent observer is neutral and sees all emotions as equal and healthy because we often tend to be scared of some emotions. Anger, some people don't give themselves permission to feel angry. Some people don't give themselves permission to feel sad. It's really easy for some people to be angry all the time, but sadness is not familiar. They just shove it under the rug. Or other people who are okay with being sad, but anger is a taboo for them. It's like a low emotion. I can't feel it. So crystals help us align it, and your inner observer sees all emotions as equally important, equally healthy. Some emotions are natural, like fear and anger and sadness. Other emotions are artificial, like guilt and shame, and they mess up our chakras in different ways. So, crystals help align our chakras in very specific ways. This is one of the reasons why we have the Cardinal Method meditations, right? We have 108 meditations, 108 different crystals organized by chakra so that you know exactly which emotion you need to work on for your well being every day. So, someone has asked me this too. When we cross the threshold from the conscious mind to the super conscious mind, do we need to maintain that state of super conscious connection, right? Super conscious thinking? Yes. If we don't maintain healthy thoughts and really watch out for the pull of gravity will get to us. It's like working out. It's like taking a shower every day. We need to be mindful and diligent and not nurture the misalignment. So that's why it's so important for crystals to be part of our lives as well, right? So if you guys are curious about the meditations, the Cardinal Method meditations, you can go to our website. They're always available. You can join us anytime. And we do have collective meditation live sessions every other week on Mondays. So it's really amazing. And just to wrap this up, taking a deep breath and connecting to your higher self, every practice of the gratitude flow, and actually every practice of the Cardinal Method as a whole, is a path to connect you to your higher self. So practice number 6 of the gratitude flow is no different. And I do look forward to knowing how it's going to be for you, how it's going to unfold. So please let me know below this video. Comment if you're watching the recording, comment and ask questions here, or you can DM me if you want. If you're on YouTube, comment below the video. And I'm going to be sharing my experience on Instagram, as I have been doing in the past 5 weeks, to let you know how my practice went. So I do the practice after the English live session. And I'm going to do it right now after I finish with you guys here. So thank you so much for your beautiful presences. Hi, Daniela. Hi, Gabi. Hi, Leticia. So good to see you guys. Beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone. And those of you who are on YouTube right now, thank you, Karina. Thank you for the beautiful hearts and comments. Take good care of yourselves. Let's do the gratitude flow together. We're almost reaching the end of these 49 sacred days, right? So it's going to be so good to be with you. And we'll be connected. See you next week for this live session. And on Instagram, every day we're going to have live sessions this week, because the course, Cardinal Method it's called Cardinal Method Constellations Facilitator training, is open for enrollment, and there are already amazing people who have signed up and their lives are shifting, and I cannot wait to see you there as well. We're waiting for you. It's going to be the first time I teach this, and it's going to be absolutely life-changing for us all. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you, Claudine. It's been great. Please let me know, those of you who are live, before I go, can you please type a word, one word that describes how you're feeling right now? I have a word here in my heart already, but how are you feeling? One word, please. If you're live and here in the chat, you can just comment really quick on YouTube and on Instagram. One word that describes how you're feeling. I love doing this in our Cardinal Method community because we do have quite a few live sessions. So it's always nice to know how you're doing. So Deb saying thank you. So I guess that's grateful. The real Florida Keys. Thankful. That's beautiful. Love it. Deb is calm. That's great. I feel lightness right now because it really is very subtle. It's subtle, and it's a very, very delicate alignment that makes all the difference in our lives when we upgrade our thinking from the conscious mind to the super conscious mind. It's beautiful. So from the deep unconscious, which is autopilot, and the subconscious, which is also autopilot, to consciousness is a huge, huge step, right, to the conscious mind. But from the conscious mind to the superconscious mind, that's when you live in infinite abundance. And I cannot wait for next week. Thank you, everybody. I can't wait for this week to unfold with the ripple effects of the 6th practice. So let me know how you guys are doing. Please comment below and send me a DM if you want. And I will see you guys soon. Many blessings, everybody. Take good care. Bye-bye.